All right, welcome. Happy New Year. I'm so glad you guys are here, early risers. I wanted to get started on January 1st because New Year's resolutions. It just felt like the perfect and right thing to do. This exercise is it's actually a process for becoming a breatharian. Which is not the goal of this at all. But when I read that it raised your consciousness and all the benefits that it provided, which I listed on the Facebook post, let's see if I can reiterate those benefits. Let's just see. If not, we'll just, nope. I thought I had it on a cut and paste. But it increases circulation, it causes more alert thinking, it amplifies your connection to source, and it also it works on all of the energy bodies. So the purpose of this breath exercise, I'm calling it the breath of life. The first series is breathing into your brain. The second is breathing into your physical body. The third is breathing into your energy body. And the fourth is breathing into your emotional body. And they can be in any order. Um, what we're actually focusing on breathing is prana. Prana is light, life force. Prana is source energy. Prana is consciousness. And know that when you breathe in prana, that you're able to direct where the light goes. I did I say prana is also light? So when you breathe in light, you can direct where you want it to go to bring about specific outcomes. So in today's exercise, we're only going to do half the breaths. It's recommended to do 10, but it is way more powerful than you imagine when you're doing it. I found most predominantly a bit of an emotional fallout, just feeling more emotional than usual. And that is actually emotions coming up to be healed or emotions leaving. And so, just a little forewarning, I see that as a detox. And you might have a little physical detox, a mental detox, emotional detox, or an energetic detox with this. So, as we're going, if there's anything that feels making you feel lightheaded or dizzy or uncomfortable, know that, these things are actually positives, but take it super slow in the beginning. So I'm going to just go through 5 rounds with each. And if that's too much for you, stop at 3 and just hang and breathe while we do the rest of them. Um, Another thing is focus is critical in our lives, not just in meditation. Where we focus is where our energy flows, and where our energy flows is what we're manifesting. And so I've discovered in my research that, I have a real tendency to focus on the negative. It had to do with, my past upbringing and all that jazz. And what am I creating when I'm focusing on the negative? More negative. And so the goal is to really focus on your desired outcomes only. So worry is like a prayer to make it so. So let's not do that. Stop worrying. So the goal is to emphasize your focus to be on desired outcomes. So even in this meditation, we want to focus on what we want the prana to do for us, not as much on what we're eliminating. Um, Today we're just going to do super basic, but as we go in each day, I'm going to get super specific. Like I'll be focusing on, I'll bring to mind what we're releasing. I might do a little bit of that today. But what we're focusing on improving, and I'm trying to say it as releasing toxic thoughts or releasing what no longer serves. Something simple and general. So try not to lock in on that. Just know that what we're releasing is releasing. At what needs to go is going. And it's just as simple as an intention. So, what I like to do too is first start out by kind of seeing how you feel and kind of gauge your mood state. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, do I feel on the lower end of the scale or do I feel fabulous on a 10? So, just take note of that because we just want to see how we feel when we're done with this. Um, Let's see. I like to do a little more of a protocol than what they recommended in the book. And the book is called Becoming Breatharian, Step-by-Step Energetic Nourishment for Ultimate Health and Spiritual Realization. The guy's name is Akahi R. Salas, Akahi, Akahi R. Salas. I like to connect heaven and earth. So if you put your hands on your heart and just envision a bright light at your heart center and drop a cord of light down to the heart of Mother Earth and just feel that connection with her and feel her flowing her love back up into our heart center while still staying connected. Then from our heart center, shoot a cord of light straight up to source. That can be God, that can be the sun, the greater central sun, it can be your soul self, a star, whatever you feel comfortable as your higher power. And feel your higher power receive you with great joy and love, flowing love back down to you while staying connected. Because now we're connecting heaven and earth. Another thing I like to do, especially with any kind of release work, is to create a tornado spinning around us, a tornado of light. And it'd be like if you reached your arms out on both sides as far as you can reach, it's farther out than that. It towers above you, and the point goes down to the heart of Mother Earth. I'm also going to change that so that the point goes to the heart of Mother Earth, but Mother Earth is also sending it to be transmuted at the center of the greater central sun. Our sun is called Helios. Alcyon is the greater central sun. And I like to do that because I feel like we're taking density off the planet. We are helping shift the matrix of the life experience here into more positive. It's also helping us rise in frequency, so we are ascending. Whee! All right, so the tornado spins from your right hand around front of you to your left hand around behind you. That's counterclockwise. And the purpose of that is to demagnetize anything in your energy field that is ready to be released and let go. Another step, once we've connected heaven and earth, activated our tornado, is now to create mind-heart coherence. When you create mind-heart coherence, this is something that has been taught through HeartMath Institute. It's essentially in training your mind with your heart and getting in compassion, gratitude, acceptance, and or kindness. And it's stated that if you get into that mind heart coherence, then anything you do after that, the benefits are amplified. So you can check that out at HeartMath Institute. It's pretty cool stuff. It's also on YouTube, a lot of their work. And so we're breathing in what's desired, we're breathing out anything getting in the way of that. Heart mind coherence. How you do that is you focus on your heart, and you can do that by touching your heart, by putting your hands over your heart, or just setting your intention, you're opening your heart. And then you also are slowing your breath. So you're going to breathe into the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing out to the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you can't breathe out that long, bend over and crunch that belly to get all that dead air out of your lungs. We all have a habit of holding our breath. And so just slowing your breath, getting quiet, getting hands on your heart, and then start to think about, get into the feeling of gratitude, or get into the feeling of compassion, or feelings of kindness or acceptance. And so I find gratitude to be the easiest. And so just you can be grateful for your friends, grateful for this opportunity to have a group to do a morning breath exercise with that's going to raise your consciousness and improve your health. Let's get excited and grateful for 2022. Yeehaw! Put this all behind us. And so getting into gratitude helps entrain your mind with your heart frequency. And so they say to do it for 3 minutes, but we're not going to spend that much time doing that today. The next step is we're just simply going to put our hands in prayer mudra, which is like if you clapped your hands together with your fingers up and held your hands together, then press your thumbs towards your heart, at your heart. I like this particular prayer pose because it connects all your energetic meridians. And so it's connecting all of your electrical circuitry. And forgive my sinusiness going on today. I'm trying to keep it at a minimum, but I caught a cold over the holidays. And so bear with me. All right. And so hands together connects all of our circuits. We're in our heart space. And we're relaxing. You can sit, you can lay down. You don't even have to have your hands in prayer mudra if you don't want to. If you find that your hands go numb doing that, try pushing your chin back a little farther. We get thoracic outlet that can pinch off the circulation to our hands when we bend our arms. So try pushing your chin back, or just drop your arms and you can keep your hands in that classic meditation pose with your thumb and middle finger connecting into a circle and the backs of your hands on your knees or in your lap. And so we're going to just begin. So the tornado is spinning. Purpose of that is when we release these things, it's going to take it to the heart of the earth, and the earth is going to send it to the center of the greater central sun. And we're in heart-mind coherence, and we've slowed our breath. So first, what we're going to do is focus on breathing prana into our mind. But before that, let's activate our pranic tube. Our pranic tube is like a tube of light that goes through the very center from the top of our head down into our tailbone and into the earth. And it starts actually above our head. And that's where source energy comes into our physical bodies. If you were to clap your hands above your head, that's where your earth star chakra is, and that's where your life force energy comes in. And so when breathing in prana, you can breathe it in directly through your pranic tube, or you can breathe it in from all around you. Like it can come in from all 360 degrees around you and can come into all your body all at one time, like coming into all your pores. Or you can just picture it a channel of light coming in directly from above and then going to wherever you direct it. So however feels good to you. And so activating our pranic tube by intention, by just stating I'm activating my pranic tube, is going to enable this prana to nourish you. Over time, it'll it can actually bring in enough sustenance so that you won't need to eat. But like I said, that's really not the goal. but it's comforting to know if we needed to, we could survive on light. All right. So first we're going to breathe in, and I'm going to just see, do we do it to a count? No. I'm going to just do this generically, where I'm going to say, okay, so breathe in prana, see it coming into your body, going straight into your brain. So breathe into your brain and just feel it activating your brain with prana, with pure consciousness, with pure light. And then as you breathe out, know that you're breathing out any toxic thoughts or mind patterns, and just let it all go. And then breathing in, we're breathing prana into our brain and see it lighting up your brain in really wonderful, life-affirming ways. And then as you breathe out, you're releasing all toxic thoughts and any mind patterns that are not serving you anymore. Seeing that tornado spinning it away. And then on the third breath, breathe in prana to your brain and feel it invigorating and enlivening your brain, and feeling it waking up all those lazy synapses that are the feel-good synapses. We're going to activate more of those. And then breathing out, releasing all that no longer serves in your mind. And then breathing in prana into your brain. And just seeing it lighting up your brain and doing all the things that are needed to balance, restore, regenerate, and rejuvenate. And then releasing all that no longer serves. Exhale. Okay, one more time to the brain. Breathing prana into our brains. And then just releasing what no longer serves. So that's just as simple as it gets. The goal is to do rounds of 10. We're just going to take it gently today. I really don't want to stimulate a detox for you guys, but I hope just with that short amount of breathing light into your brain that you're feeling a little bit invigorated, a little more positive, or even a little buzzy. And so then they recommend that there be a pause of up to 3 minutes, 30 seconds to 3 minutes. I'll just use this pause time for you guys to fill you in on what the next one is going to be. And so we're breathing into the brain, and then the next, let's breathe into the physical body. And so if you're having any physical ailments, you can breathe prana directly to that issue. If you have any pain, you can breathe prana into that pain area. And know that it can actually eliminate that pain. Know that it can actually heal that chronic suffering or illness or imbalance. It's that powerful. It's pure source energy. It's pure consciousness. And know too that when we breathe in prana, it's also activating our DNA. And so anything that's been considered junk DNA is not junk. Our junk DNA is our innate abilities that have been basically put to sleep. And part of our evolution is we're waking it back up. And that's the exciting part of breathing in prana, because it's activating our own souls and cells' pure essence, our DNA. So you can also anticipate, as part of our innate abilities, your psychic abilities improving as well, becoming more aware. And so physical body, we're going to now just do 5 easy breaths into our physical body. You can see it coming in from all around you, or again from the top, and direct it wherever it would serve you to breathe comfort, nurturing, stimulation of health and healing and wellness. So it's just going to be simply breathing prana into our physical bodies now. letting it do all of its magic, stimulating highest health, and then releasing all density and toxins that no longer serve us. And just fully exhaling. If you really just exhale all of your air, you're also stimulating your vagus nerve. And vagus nerve, when we do an activity to stimulate that, that helps us reset our nervous system. So if you have trouble with anxiety or depression or PTSD, that simple act of focusing on fully emptying your lungs in a meditative breath, or just in general, you can do it a little more subtly, will stimulate your vagus nerve and start offsetting your anxiety symptoms, your depression symptoms, and PTSD triggers. So, anybody wanting more information on that, let me know and I'll send you a handout on that. Or go to maureenkeefe.com, scroll down to the bottom, and there's a little opt in box, and it'll automatically trigger that to you. Then you'll be on my mailing list. All right. So, sorry, I got distracted. So, breathing in prana to our physical bodies and sending that brilliant light anywhere that's needed, anywhere to boost our immune system, and anywhere to boost our well being, and releasing all that no longer serves us. All the way out. Breathing in prana to our physical body, feeling it waking up and increasing our circulation and energizing us and bringing more oxygen into our blood and letting go of all that no longer serves our physical body. Any toxins letting go now. Breathing in prana into our physical bodies. And just kind of at the top of that breath, just pause without damping down your, you can breathe out now at your own, but as I explain this, but you can kind of hold your breath at the top without damping it down. It's like you're going to take in a little more air, take in a little more air. And that just is like an open channel to spirit, which is pretty cool. And so releasing all physical toxins that no longer serve us and any stagnant energies with a full exhale. Breathing in prana to our physical bodies now. And just feel it radiate through you like a brilliant sun. It's just such a feel good. And then as you feel it releasing all toxins, letting them all go, the tornadoes taking them to the heart of Mother Earth. She's off planeting them to the greater central sun to be transmuted there. And I've lost a little count, but we're going to breathe in one more breath of prana to our physical body. And just holding that briefly at the top, letting that prana do its work, and then releasing all that no longer serves our physical bodies. And so you guys just relax and breathe. We're only doing half of the breaths right now for anybody who's just joined us. It is so that we don't trigger a detox effect. I am all about feeling good while we are raising our frequency. And if we do things too fast, we can cause some trouble. Lord knows we have enough trouble right now. And so in this little break in space, we'll go on to talk about what's coming next, and that is the emotional body. So our emotions are actually our guidance system. The challenge is that no one has really been taught how to use our emotions, how to work with our emotions, how to honor our emotions. And so often our emotions really drag us down, or we trap our trauma in our bodies, and we recycle all this trauma and fear and anxiety and PTSD, and we come to detest our emotions, or we get stuck in anger patterns or fear programs. And honestly, emotions are our guidance system, informing us when things are out of balance, informing us when our boundaries are violated, informing us when um, we're maybe not allowing our feelings to flow, about letting go of things that no longer serve us. So it's information. When we get out of balance with our emotions, the negative, more dense emotions tend to predominate. It takes a little energy to activate our positive emotions or tap into them when our heavier thoughts, feelings, and emotions are running the boat. Know that you are in charge of your own thoughts, even though you feel sometimes like your brain is thinking you, and know that you are also in charge of your emotions. And if you find yourself in an emotional state you don't appreciate, you don't like, you don't want to be in, know that you can consciously choose to shift that. You can do state regulation activities to change that. And that's a whole course in itself. But it's super simple things that can be done to take charge of your mind and emotions. So know that that's a course coming up next. It's not created yet. All right, so our next level is breathing prana into our emotional body. And we're just going to see that it is going to be balancing our emotions, restoring balance, and that any trapped emotions we're going to just allow to flow out of us gently and easily, and any residue spun away by the tornado and be transmuted. So we're just going to do nice, gentle, and simple breathing in prana into our emotional body, and that's part of our aura. Oh dear, I really ran over time on this. We might have to log off and log back on. I'm so sorry. Okay, so breathing in prana into our physical body, I'm sorry, emotional body, feeling it lighting up all of our positive emotions and restoring balance to our negative emotions as we release all that no longer serves. And then breathing prana into our emotional body, letting it lighten us up emotionally and energetically stimulating our more positive emotions as we release all the negative emotions that no longer serve. Breathing in prana into our emotional body. And see that prana balancing us out and helping it befriend us with our emotions again. And then releasing all that no longer serves. Then breathing prana one more time into our emotional body. And just feeling it lighting up all the feel good emotions, all the happy, joyful, excited, looking forward to this new year, and releasing 2021 emotions. Whoo! Completely and thoroughly exhaling. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I think that was 5. If not, you can take in another breath on your own while I'm telling you about the energy body. Now, our energy bodies are our chakras. Our energy bodies are very connected to our central nervous system. And so we can ask to be balancing our energy body, and it will also help to restore balance to our nervous system. And the nervous system is where our central nervous system is where we go into fight or flight, which always happens with trauma. It always happens with triggers and with fear. And so often we're stuck in fight or flight. And so let's just, as we breathe in prana to our energy body, feel that activating a restoration of balance for us, restoring balance to our nervous system, releasing all fear and trauma triggers now. Breathing prana into our energy body. You can feel it lighting up all your chakras with the rainbow colors. And then we're going to gently release all toxins, all dense energies from our energy bodies, from our chakras. Breathing prana into our energy body. And feel it lighting us all up, lightening us all up, restoring, renewing, and regenerating our energy. Ooh, who doesn't need more of that? And releasing all it no longer serves. Any frenetic energies, any agitation, any anxiety, just let it all fall away. Breathing in pure prana into our energy bodies now. And letting it do its magic, letting it go wherever it needs to go to restore balance, and releasing all that no longer serves. And then bringing prana into our energy body. One more full breath. And feel yourself energized, ready for the new day, ready for the new year, and breathing out all that no longer serves, that we're not bringing into 2022. Whoo! Letting it all go. Feeling Mother Earth, feeling the tornado spin that off, feeling Mother Earth off planet that to the greater central sun, and it is transmuted. All right. So that was a little hack version of this. It's going to get better and better as we go. I'm struggling a little bit with breathing because I have a little, I'm calling it a detox. And so I'm going to end the recording. And if anybody wants to talk, I'm going to have you, let's see, I don't know how to raise your hand here, but you guys probably do. Maybe put in chat that you'd like to say something if you have any questions, or even ask in chat if you don't want to get on the recording. So I'm going to stop the recording now.